Hello, hello. It's a fine Wednesday evening in upstate South Carolina. Hope everybody is doing well. You good, Dave?
Doing great.
I'm here with Dave, as usual, the one and only Dave Schlitter, Maker Pipe founder and co-owner. His cohort, Kelly, could not be here tonight. She's feeling a little under the weather. If you're in the chat, let's wish Kelly a get well soon. But Dave, say hello.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well this evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Already getting questions. We got Randy here asking, what is a Newton's Cradle? I'm really excited tonight. I think it's going to be a fun build, and we're going to get into exactly what a Newton's Cradle is. So let me pull this up here. 1 second. All right. So a Newton's Cradle was invented. Well, I guess it's not really invented. It was the what do you call the laws of physics? I guess he found them out. I don't know. Sir Isaac Newton.
I guess you would argue that the laws of physics are the laws of physics.
Right.
He just caught on to it.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily invent them, but Sir Isaac Newton, the laws of physics guy, that's him. Let's open up his Wikipedia. This gentleman right here, look at that hair. Wish I could grow hair like that. This gentleman here created what is known as the Newton's Cradle to demonstrate one of the laws of physics. I don't know which law it is. I should know. Let's check this out. Probably should mute this.
Grammarly can help you write quickly.
Thanks, Grammarly. So this is a Newton's Cradle. This guy is explaining the physics.
What are you doing to us? Physics?
I know. It's
this
like,
is like, hey, you want an interesting live stream? Physics.
Okay, mister, let's do algebra for 30 minutes.
Hey, that was we were well into the live stream.
Yeah, that's true. I'm starting it off with physics, but
Pythagoras and I can't even say it. Never mind, do it. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, that was a mistake. So,
but this is it. This is the law of physics. This is all you need to know.
you know, the thing that sits on the desk and goes back and
Right.
forth.
It's a desk toy. It has been since the 1800s. That's why Newton made this. But anyway,
You made it?
I don't know. I would assume it's called.
Holy cow, Jake. Did you do any research?
I did not. I just put this together 5 minutes ago. So
True that. I was downstairs. We were downstairs drilling billiard balls, trying to get a hole in them.
yeah, live streams ideas are quite fun. It's like, I think I have an idea for a live stream, and then that's on Wednesday morning, 12 hours before the live stream.
Yeah, that is no joke. Jake just comes to the live stream. It's like, hey, I'm doing a Newton's Cradle. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm about to build a robot. I need you to help me wire up and not die on live stream. We're going to do that in 2 hours.
Right. So I take it as a personal challenge to just save your butt.
That's funny. It's funny because, why is it funny? I just lost my train of thought.
It's funny because...
Oh, because this morning I had an idea for a different build. I wanted to do a mini model, and then that's what yesterday I told Dave, doing a mini model, I think that'll be a lot of fun. And then today at 4 o'clock, I was like, guess what I'm building today? Holding up a pack of billiard balls from Walmart. So,
You know what, though? You know what? I have to say this, that optimism for sure is almost a prerequisite for DIY.
yeah,
You've got to be optimistic. You've got to have that maker's mindset and think, okay, you got to start off with, I can do this. Let's build it. Never mind all the details and junk that comes into mind. So I think you've got that, Jake, in spades.
thank you. I think that's a compliment.
Yeah,
I like
for sure.
I like the giddy optimism. But yeah, Randy said he wants us to do it with bowling balls. I was telling Dave, I think we should we're thinking of builds to test the 1-inch connectors that are coming out soon. Thinking making a giant one that holds bowling balls would be really cool with 1 inch. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let us know. We'll convince Dave to let me make that video.
Well, I think it's all pending this desktop build. This is our prototyping
True.
area, right? This is where we figure out if it can work. Can it work, Jake?
I think so.
What do you guys think in the chat? Can this work? Are we going to be able to pull this off?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Javier said, hello, very curious about this build. Thanks for tuning in, Javier. Glad to have you. I'm curious, too. I think it's going to be cool.
This is right down Javier's alley, right? Because he was talking about the Da Vinci bridge, right?
Mhm.
That was the Javier's contribution to the live stream. Hey, Javier. So he's down with the really smart old scientists.
Nice.
And it's another one of those, I guess.
MK Gadgets, hello. Good evening. How are you doing? He said make one with wrecking balls. Actually, let's pull that up. The Mythbusters actually did that. Mythbusters.
Darn Mythbusters. They really set the groundwork for a whole lot.
But it didn't work. Theirs didn't work.
Well, myth busting.
That's true.
Bust that myth.
Come on.
You think we could eliminate the ads?
So
Are we going to get a copyright strike?
Probably, but it's okay.
Well, the new
Diane said
Cradle is
after
all about
Scrappy, no
efficient
problem. That's
energy
right.
transfer.
The
So
Scrappy
if
build.
Any one of these balls is.
I don't know if you can see Scrappy. You can see his sword sticking out right there. That's Scrappy. He's hanging out. But yeah, if we can pull Scrappy off, I think we can do a lot of things.
AKA Bob.
A.K. Bob. Scrappy, A.K. Bob.
Okay.
Than's Diane. Good to have you.
A little out
That's
of
true. I
line.
remember this
That-
episode of Mythbusters.
that's
This
gonna
was a
mess up
cool.
the efficiency.
9 years ago. I would have
Two
been
strings will help
14.
Keep these all lined up perfectly.
Okay,
and
let's not play
hopefully
Mythbusters
that'll
on.
improve what we're
on the
seeing
channel.
from it.
Yeah, it's a lot of
We've
lot
all
of
seen
science.
it. It's pretty
Ball
crazy.
five. Our
Yeah, they were
double
trying
string
different
version
things,
gave-
single cable, dual cable. Anyway, that's what we are making.
Thank you, Sir Isaac Newton.
Thanks for the live stream idea, Sir Isaac Newton. Well, we got to get MakerPipe into Adam Savage's hands. Yes, we definitely do.
We know. Gosh.
I know we've tried once. I got to try harder. He actually has a maker space, a tested facility, and he has his in the about info on their website. He has a address that says if you're a DIY company and makers, then send us stuff to try out. So I sent him a box of parts and sent some emails, but haven't heard back. So
So technically,
we just got to keep trying.
Tested has MakerPipe.
Technically, yes.
At one point, they had MakerPipe. We'll gladly send you more Tested, Adam Savage.
Right.
But yeah, if anybody feels like it, holler at Adam Savage to and let him know you should try out MakerPipe. We'd be much appreciated.
Right. If we want to get a chain on Twitter, Instagram, just tag Adam Savage a bunch of times, or TikTok, whatever we got to do to get MakerPipe in his hands. But that could be cool. What would he do with 1 inch? That's what I want to know, because I'm sure it would be pretty crazy. But yeah, that's what we're building tonight. Let's go over some of the things we've got here. So I've got my clean workspace. Got some tools here. I've got it. This is a backup because I've got the electric saw. Well, I need to unplug that. Anyway.
I can grab it for you when you need it.
Okay, thanks. I got the tube cutter, but I've got a saw mainly, hex wrench. Wait, we never got the T-handle. That's okay. Got the L-shaped hex wrench, my expo marker, tape measure, wire cutters here, and this is my wire, which we'll get to that in a moment. I would like to announce, maybe not announce, but just let you guys know, if you didn't see the email, not 1 inch, silver connectors are in stock. Again, we've got the silver tees here that we're going to be using tonight. I think this is the first silver connector used on a build on the live stream or on the channel. So that's exciting. We got silver tees. They match conduit really well, but they're back in stock on the site. So if you're interested, definitely check those out. I'm excited to use those tonight. So I've got quite a bit of silver tees. I've got 2 designs. I'll show you the one I'm basing it off of. I think it's going to work well with the tees. I've got some, what are these called? Ferrules?
Crimping ferrules, maybe?
Yeah, crimping ferrule. We'll go with that. That I'm going to use for the wire. And then I've got my rack of billiard balls, except a few of them are a little different because what we've done here is we've taken billiard balls and we've used a drill press to drill through them and add these eye hooks onto them. And those are going to be what sit in the Newton's Cradle. And I've got a video here to show you real quick of me and Dave in the garage, mostly Dave. See if I can.
They have a really unique smell. When you drill into them and you get down into the billiard ball, it's a really unique smell. It's like a like a resin, fiberglass resin kind of odor to it. It's pretty distinct.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see what's inside. I never really thought about like what was inside.
And they color match the inside to the outside.
Oh yeah, that was interesting too. Why is this not pulling up? Come on. Sorry, bear with me for just a moment. Trying to get this video of us doing this. I mean,
you know what I just realized?
What's that?
MKE Gadgets. Great member of the community. Hey, MK Gadgets, thanks for tuning in. We did an interview with him, but MKE, I never knew what that stood for. MKE. I thought it was just something personal to him. It's a town. It's Milwaukee, right? MKE.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that either.
Yeah. Right? Milwaukee, MKE? I think so. I just realized that. Fun fact.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that one.
Yeah. Trying to give you some time to pull up that video.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute. It failed on my phone for some reason. Trying to get it on, transfer to the computer, so we won't have that right this second. We'll bring it up later. Not a problem. All right, back to the show. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
How is it so difficult to get a photo from a...
It's the worst experience I've ever had.
Wow.
It's the most frustrating thing.
That's pretty...
Okay, maybe not. It's a little... I like to over-exaggerate. I'm very optimistic and I over-exaggerate. But...
Anyway.
Yeah, it's more annoying than it should be, more frustrating than it should be. But basically, we drilled using what size drill bit? I don't think it matters.
I think it was
much.
about an eighth, somewhere around there.
Yeah, about an eighth drill press into the ball, and then we just hand tightened, and then we use some vice grips, or no, channel locks, or whatever, it doesn't matter, to get them
channel locks,
to get them on. So yeah, that's going to be sweet. Dave also took the liberty, 1 second. He made me my side rails. So basically, he's already drilled the holes. So this will be incorporated into the build, of course, and then we're going to run this wire up through the hole, and then we're going to use the ferrule crimps to lock them in place on the other side so they don't come back through. So yeah, that's the build. I think it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited. So let's get started with the build. Will you hand me the battery when you get a second?
I don't want to make you use the old school.
I can't. Last week that was such a rough thing to experience.
Why?
Because there's so much pressure on me. Like everybody's watching. There's hundreds of thousands of makers tuning in right now to watch me struggle with the pipe and tube cutter. Pipe and tube cutter is not hard to use at all. It's very simple, but I make it difficult. I'm not really sure what size this is going to be. I haven't really thought that through. Dave threw the battery. All's good. You've seen this bad boy before. It's a Milwaukee M12. I thought it... Oh, yeah. It's an MKE M12. Nice. We need to change the blade on this at some point. Yeah, you've seen this probably before. And somebody corrected us on YouTube. They commented and said, this isn't a fuel. Are we confused? That was their comment. So it's not a fuel because it's the mini version. You learn something new every day. Still a fantastic tool. That's what we're using to make our cuts. Like I said, I don't know what dimensions I'm going to do this. I'm thinking 2 feet tall and then 3 feet long. So that's what we're going to start out with. If we have to adjust it, I've got plenty of conduit. So let's get started. I actually bought 5-foot sticks. Are you guys getting that feedback?
I'm not hearing it.
I'm getting a lot of feedback. Make sure, or let me know if you're getting that in the actual live stream on YouTube. We don't want you guys to hear that. It's kind of annoying, but let me check the... It's really weird.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Hey, Joe. Good to have you back for another Wednesday night live stream. I should have thought this through more.
Yeah, let's get building. Come on.
I know. What are we doing, right? Or what am I doing? So I think 2 foot. That's what we're gonna start with. Joe said sound could be boosted a little bit more. Let me do that. How's that? Whoa, might be too much.
Sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, let's let me know how that sounds, because that's seems kind of hot on our end, but just let me know what that sounds like to you guys.
You can turn it up on the computer on the slider.
Oh, inside of OBS?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't hear the feedback anymore. It must have been my phone in the Dropbox.
All right, so what are you measuring first?
2 foot.
4.
The verticals. I need 4 2-foot pipes. So I need 8 foot total. Quick maths. But I think I got enough conduit. I got 3 5-foot sticks. I couldn't fit the 10-foot sticks in my Fiesta. Joe said that's much better. Great to hear. Huh, great to hear. Oh, that's hilarious. Nobody else laughed. Usually Kelly gives me a pity laugh. I miss you, Kelly. Yeah, Doug said that's much better. Hey, Doug, good to have you. All right, I'm going to scooch back and cut this real quick. Have a message from our sponsor.
You're moving slow.
I know.
Speed it up.
It's been a few weeks.
Young guy. Young man. So, yeah, when I could take poll on what next week's build would be. That'd be exciting.
Yeah.
You focus on cutting. Oh, you got to keep Jake going. You focus on cutting, Jake.
I know. I can't even find my marks.
So what other things we got that we could build desktop builds? I want to hear from you guys in the chat, if you don't mind. If you have any other desktop builds. Last week we did a community roundup, which was a lot of fun, kind of like a Maker Pipe Monday. But love to hear what other kind of desktop builds. And it is coming. We're working on doing real builds, big builds, floor builds. So it's just taking a while to get the tech there. But these desktop builds have been fun. I mean, kind of forces you to be a little bit creative, try to figure out, how to build something smaller. So ears are open. Love to hear your guys' input on what we could possibly build. Also, if you've got something that you want to, maybe a build you're working out or something that you're trying to plan out, that could be a cool live stream too. We'd love to talk to you guys about that.
Hey, that would be fun. To do like a live model with a community member.
Yeah, we're really looking for the right opportunity there.
And the show and tell.
Definitely not that you guys, need it. I mean, a lot of people that are experienced builders in here, but it might be fun to get other input on it. Or it could be a difficult problem to solve to do that. So we've had that idea.
I think it's fun when you have like a nugget of an idea. So
Just to see where it goes.
Right. So you're like, I want to build a racing simulator, but you don't really quite know what that means yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just kind of start brainstorming like, what if you did this? I think
Right.
those are fun.
Yeah, because my favorite times doing this live stream, which we have a blast, is kind of not knowing the path and making it up as we go. I always enjoy that.
Yeah, it adds a fun element to it. What's been your all's favorite Wednesday night build so far? I think mine would be Scrappy, I would have to say.
I really enjoyed the laptop stand that I did.
I enjoyed Scrappy that I did.
Yeah, that sounded bad. No. Not instead of Scrappy. Way cooler than a laptop stand for sure. But I'm just saying the ones that I've hosted.
So I'm doing a little bit of checking here to see if this height's the right. I mean, really, it could be as tall as we want. I got 18 foot worth of wire, so should be okay. All right, 2 more cuts. Excuse me. Joe's excited for the silver connectors.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody's input on that and excitement for that. They look pretty slick. I mean, everything same color, with the conduit, matching the conduit. I really like it. I dare say it might be my preferred way. We just don't have a lot of builds out there with silver because we had that limited stock. We ran through it quick, and then it took a while just to get lots. But we're stocked back up. We got plenty. We won't run out anytime soon, hopefully. Who got more likes? Randy says. That's a good question. It's not a competition for likes, but they don't hurt. I don't know. I'm sure Jake got more likes. Scrappy was cool. That was a lot of fun.
All right, sorry. 1.5 more cuts.
Yeah. What, also maybe what fall builds? What are you guys working on? How's that weather station working out, Randy?
What is a weather station?
What's a weather station? I assume it's a digital weather station that captures like temperature and barometric pressure and what else? Oh, hey, Ken. Welcome. Newer concepts that you're working on. Do you mean newer connector concepts, or newer build concepts? What kind of concepts do you want to hear about? And then Randy's working on a narrow hinge awning for a lower level canopy. Oh, cool. More canopies. First one came out great. Second one, redo, came out great too. Joe's got to get back to working on the circle frame. Definitely. Oh, and so it's Wi-Fi too, or what do you call that, Randy? If you have a URL, I guess it's just on the internet. Yeah, that'd be cool. We can see the weather. We're definitely going to check in on the weather at Randy's house. Probably raining or humid, right? That's my impression anyway. I hope you're getting good weather. But what concepts are we working on? We're thinking a lot about 1-inch builds. That's something on our mind. We brainstormed the other night about different 1-inch builds that we could possibly do. Had an extensive list. And then we designed out my daughter's playscape. So that's something we got to take a look at. And Javier's talking about a leaf cage. Oh, to compost. Yeah. I think that's a great build. Composting bin. Just because it doesn't rot. I mean, you build one out of wood. Eventually, a couple of years later, you get some rot going. And Jake is off some. He totally abandoned me. I think he got maybe the build's not going how we expected, so he bailed. That's all right. We can get it done. Joe was saying that the adjustable angle connectors would be perfect for the stand for it. Yeah, we've sent out pretty much all the adjustable angle connectors. We don't have any to build with right now. We got a batch going through finishing and manufacturing, so we'll have those back in stock soon. But yeah, we don't get any to play with, not unless we want to take the coffee table apart, which had like a million adjustable angles. But I like the coffee table. We're gonna keep that together. Jake, you're back.
Yeah, the pipes you cut are 2 foot, not 3 foot.
So
It's okay. I just gotta cut real quick.
you said you were doing 2 foot. Okay. What else? Maybe something, Ken's saying, maybe something that clamps to the conduit with real bearings. Spinning things. Yeah. I was thinking about taking the half of the puzzle piece, the adjustable angle, the puzzle piece version of the adjustable angle, that's the smaller half, and seeing what bearings fit in that. I think that might be interesting. If you wanted to do like an idler bearing or a belt, something like that. Is that what you mean? Let me know what you might use it for, and we can talk through that. But yeah, we've been working on the 1-inch connectors, not only the T's, but also a lot of the other 1-inch designs. We've got a flange in the development. I know we did the flange hack, but we got a maker pipe flange that we think would be pretty cool to do. A number of things. We're trying to be more product focused and put out some more connectors. It's been a while since we did.
Okay.
Javier, yeah, I think Javier's saying that the 1-inch will help hold a lot more weight. And then like a bunk bed or something like that would be cool. Yeah, I think beds are a challenge. I think we've said that. But doing a bunk bed out of 1-inch, I mean, we really, that's something we're thinking about, as well as testing the difference in strength between 3/4-inch conduit. And we've really never put anything out there specifically on connector strength, EMT strength. So we're thinking about doing some videos on that. Let me know if that's something that you'd like to check out.
All right, I'm almost there. I had to make an emergency conduit run.
Bearings for some wind projects. Okay, to actually have the whole conduit rotate. Yeah, I can see that. And then also clamps to conduit, but have a flat secondary side to it. Panels can be mounted flush or insert. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Ken. That's a big one that is on our radar. How do you incorporate flat panels, into a pipe build or a pipe structure? We've been using just one-hole straps a whole lot, and of course the adjustable angle, the puzzle piece now can clamp around 1/2-inch material, so you could use that. But there's a lot of opportunity, and I think we can make some progress there with some designs. If you have any more ideas for designs, I'd love to hear them. Since the beginning, we've been pretty much community driven since the Kickstarter. It was all stretch goals and community input. So we love when you guys have specific ideas for connectors, things you'd like to see. And then if they're not available commonly, or just, we'll help make them available. Thriving on the road. Hey, thanks for joining us in the chat. Yeah, that bed that you showed us last live stream on your Instagram was awesome, and says it's holding up quite well. That's cool. We've got a van that we run parts with. We've got some vendors locally, and we're always running batches and pallets of parts around. to our vendors. They do the finishing work. We do all the stamping. But yeah, we're thinking about how can we turn that into a weekend getaway vehicle. So definitely, even though it's a lot smaller, we're thinking about how we can come up with some van camping things.
All right. You guys ready to see some building?
Holy cow, we are.
All right, I'm back with tees and hardware, conduit cuts. Had to make some on-the-fly adjustments. Hopefully that works out.
Is there something I don't know about this frame?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, how are you going to do the frame? What's your plan for the frame?
Well, a lot of times you see some cool designs where it's basically, I can pull up one. Let me pull it up real quick.
Do you have something in mind?
Yes.
That's always the good first step.
Yeah, I know what I'm making. I don't know
always
how to
a good
describe
first
it.
step when making something.
It's like a U kind of. It's basically like these. Come on, I know there's got to be an example of one. Oh, here we go. Like this one. Can you see that?
Yeah. Can
Oh,
you don't.
I don't know if I want to click it. Sure, what the heck. Yeah, so I'm basically doing this, except I'm doing the side rails here instead of. Wait.
Well, you need something to join them, sir.
So I'm doing a pipe here, T connector up, T connector, T connector, T across, T.
Sweet.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm basically recreating this
Okay.
just with pipe.
All right. Let's go.
Any objections?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure. So I'm starting with that now.
Now, did you cut the pipes that I drilled?
No.
Because they're not symmetrical.
What?
They're not symmetrical.
Okay.
So, you probably want to trim off one side.
All right. Good to know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, basically I'm just adding T's so I can add those verticals. Let's see here.
Thanks for tuning in, Randy. Appreciate it.
See you later, Randy. Enjoy your dinner. I need to put this on this side, but
Yeah, MKE. Good, great question. Did you ever think drilling a hole in your new 1-inch connectors so you can add a bolt through the tube? Yeah, absolutely. They are kind of come with that. You'll be able to they'll have a hole already in the connectors, and you'll be able to put a self-tapping screw right down into the conduit, or drill through if you want. Either way. But that was, since the whole concept of the 1 inch is, sturdier builds, stronger builds, that's a great way to increase the strength of the connectors. It'll be easy.
and they're also coming. Did you already mention the color they're coming in?
No, I hadn't.
Okay. Do you want to mention that?
I don't know if.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. All right. First two connections. Just gotta tighten this one a little bit. I think this might be the biggest tabletop build I've done so far. It's kind of a large structure. All right. So it's going to sit like that. It's kind of wide.
That's the width?
Wait a second. No, sorry. It goes like this. I think. Okay. So this is where I need to put the pipe on the top.
Okay, where are the drilled pipes?
Right here.
Those are the drilled pipes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, you don't need it to be much wider than the drilled pipes, right? You can see the 4 holes there.
Uh-huh.
And you don't need it to be much wider than that.
It's 6.5 to the first hole on this side, and then 8.5 on this hole, or just under 8.5. So, what does that mean?
Means you got to cut 2 inches off one side.
Off the 8-inch side.
Well, I mean, how big is your structure?
Well, right now,
How about this, Jake? It's going to be that same size as that bottom pipe, right? That pipe you already cut?
uh-huh,
So how long is that pipe?
15 3/4.
Okay. So your other pipe needs to be 15 3/4 with the holes in it.
Right. So, well, the whole pipe is 24. How do I figure out the side measurements?
Okay, so what's the All right. Let's help Jake. All right, so you need to know hole to hole.
Uh-huh.
How much does that take up?
Between
right.
each ones?
No, total. For the 5 holes, how much
Okay.
of the pipe is that going to take up? And then you want the same on both sides.
That's 9 inches.
Okay, so you got 9 inches,
Mm-hmm.
9 inches. And then how big is the other pipe?
This one?
Yep.
It's 15 3/4.
Okay. So 15 3/4 minus 9,
Uh-huh.
6 3/4.
Uh-huh.
Divide that by 2.
Okay.
3 3/8. You should probably check it.
All right. 6.75 divided by 2. 3.375.
Yeah.
3 3/8.
3 3/8. So then just measure mark it 3 3/8 out from a hole on either side and cut there.
Okay. You learn something new every day.
MK gadgets. No, not necessarily colors. The 1 inch are going to be available in silver to start off. I feel like silver is such a great color. Matches the conduit. It'll be good for big builds. But I'm always, open. What other finishes would you guys like to see?
This is a very integral part of the build. If I mess this up, we are going to be having issues. Okay, so 3 3/8.
Thanks, Ken. Take care.
3 3/8 from each hole. Correct?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. And then once you have those marked, you can just pull in the other pipe and make your marks and cut those.
Okay. Measure twice. 3 3/8. Okay. Close enough. Hopefully. One moment. Okay. So now it sits in there like that. And what are you saying on the other side to do?
Now you can just match up the holes.
Oh, I see. And then mark.
Yeah, bring the holes closer to each other, match them up, and then mark the ends. Cut those ends. Let's get this thing built.
Looks like some of the holes are not in the exact same spot.
So use the holes that are kind of highlighted in blue.
Okay. Okay.
That was the top side of my drill.
Uh-huh.
It got a little bit wonky on the back side.
Okay, cool.
I didn't have it jigged up the best.
All right.
All right, you guys think you can pull it off? I always say that. He has every other time. I think he can do it. He's built.
I'm not too confident to tell you the truth.
You're a little off today. Well, that's all right. We'll pull you through.
Yeah. I just should have had the pipes pre-cut before. Just ran out of time. I think I'm going to actually take... I don't know if I should take the tee off or not.
What do you mean, take the tee off?
Well, I'm thinking about this design. It's a little bit different. See, I was going to do the pipes going down here. That doesn't make sense because I got to hold the balls, like the rope up here. So, yeah.
I'm not following you. Why don't you just leave that,
Uh-huh.
put the pipes on.
The other ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like the others, but at the top. And then join the two sides once you get them built with some connectors. Do you have enough connectors?
Yeah, I should.
Okay. And then you'll be good.
Yeah. I was just trying to make the cool angular design, but I didn't think it through properly. All right. I also brought 90s in case I needed them for the base. That's what I should have done at the top. Made like a square on the top. All right. Oops, I didn't make sure those were straight up. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen a lot of people make these on like YouTube or anything. I was expecting to find a lot of like PVC ones, but not really very many.
So I've seen where the holes are oriented inside. They're horizontal.
Like this?
Correct.
Okay. I'll do that. Should I put the blue on the inside?
Blue on the inside, yeah.
Okay. We need to get some... Do you think they make silver end caps or like gray end caps? Or clear end caps? That'd be interesting to see. Sure. Might look cool in the ends.
I haven't seen them, but I mean, it's just plastic. They can inject mold, any color really.
All right. How does injection molding work for stuff like that? They just put in filament or like plastic?
Usually plastic pellets. So think of like just small grains of rice, a little bit bigger, but grains of rice.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes into a hopper, and there's a screw that generates pressure, and then it's heated too, and it melts the plastic, and then they can push it out with a lot of pressure, really hot, and it just goes into a mold for the most part.
Huh.
And there's cool DIY ways to do it as well. There's some instead of a screw that generates the pressure, there's a couple projects. One uses hydraulic pressure, a hydraulic ram. There's hand actuated ones as well. It's a neat thing. You don't see it as much in the DIY space. I'm not sure why. I mean, mills and routers are much more common, but it's
seems like a cool how it's made episode. I'm sure they've done that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm just recreating this same frame on this side.
Yeah, I agree. Thriving on the road. We need to hook them up with some power tools.
I almost used a ratchet tonight, but
I like the ratchet.
yeah, I haven't used it in other than the hex video, like the hex wrench video.
Hey Warren, how you doing this evening?
Warren, what's up? Good evening.
Great to have you. Don't worry about being late. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
You're just in time for
yeah.
Jake
Really,
to
it's been a rough start.
really heat up this build.
Yeah, I'm keeping everybody in suspense with this one.
MK Gadget says you could 3D print caps in any color you like. Yeah, that's right. You've been 3D printing them.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's
look
true.
great, and that's true. You can 3D print them in silver.
Yeah, MK has a great print file for end caps if anybody's interested.
We'll have to fire up some of the printers in silver. Do some silver end caps.
I think clear would be cool. Do they have clear filament for 3D printers? Surely they do.
They've got opaque filament.
That's a fancy word.
But the clarity isn't, at least that I've seen anyway.
So it's raining like crazy up there. I forget where Warren said he was from. Do you remember?
I don't. Where are you from, Warren?
I know it's raining here a decent amount. Not a crazy amount, but I had to make an emergency run to the garage for conduit, and it was sprinkling a little bit. All right. Finishing up the other side of the frame. I'll have to do with some cross pipes, and then we'll be...
Yeah, the trick that we were discussing before, Jake and I, is getting the billiard balls in line in the same position.
I think
Right.
that's the hardest part of... Because it is physics. I mean, it is supposed to meet some requirements. Oh, Peter said he's here as well. Ooh, we didn't miss it. Nope, Peter, you're just in time. We're making a Newton's cradle. And we're finishing up one of the walls.
Hey, Peter, thanks for stopping by. Nice kayak rack, cantilever kayak rack. Peter just posted that in the community. I thought it was great. Good job on that.
Yeah, really cool build. Okay. So this is going to take up a lot of room, but here's our 2 walls. And then the wires are going to sit in the middle there. How far apart do you think this should be?
How far apart? That looks good.
Yeah.
Do you have pipes already cut for that?
I do not.
Well, I mean, do you have like scrap pipes that you could just use a certain size? Save some time. Oh wow, 10 minutes from Mount Washington. Cool.
I think those will work. That'll work okay. They only have one of them though. Ah!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Javier wants the files. I think Javier MK Gadgets. Check out his channel. I'll go looking for that. I think he shared.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. I think he shared the file that he did an end cap.
Yeah, I think if you go on Thingiverse and search MKE, you'll be able to find them pretty easily.
I'm going to try to throw that in the chat. And then I'll be glad to share the caster adapter with you. We've been using that file for some time.
All right, there's my 2 side-to-side connections. So I'm just going to add these straight up. Maybe.
Okay, I'm on MK Gadgets. Oh, he's got caster adapters as well. I'll link that.
Okay, I'm out of T connectors. So I'll be back in a second.
Hey, there's some in the closet, I think. Silver teas? Yeah, check there. No, there's not going to be 4. And let me get you the inserts. I think MKE did inserts on his Thingiverse as well. A lot of cool stuff on there. If you get a chance, check that out. I don't see him on MKE's. Okay. Yep.
I'm just going to horizontally, move these horizontally like I wanted to anyway. All right.
Oh, I'm mistaken, Javier. Actually, under that same link, MK Gadgets has a number of accessories, maker pipe accessories. So you should be able to find the feet there as well.
Oops. All right. Leave that a little loose because I'm going to have to make sure it's straight here in a second. Warren said he's from New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, near Mount Washington. Beautiful country.
I've never been up that direction. The farthest I've been is like Washington, D.C. I guess it's not really the same. fall leaves are coming in now. Leaf peeper. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. All right, we're starting to get the cradle shape. So once I tighten these last two T's, we'll have the frame built. It's just a matter of getting the wires. Oh, the side's coming out. I think this would be a fun science project for like schools to do, like a science project for a classroom. All right. A bit of a tweak there. All right. Well, that's our cradle. Looks pretty good. Just got to tighten this all the way. Not ready for fall, so we went by too fast. What's everybody's favorite season? I think mine would probably have to be fall. I think fall's kind of the most popular answer when it comes to favorite season question. What's your favorite season, Dave? All right, so now I gotta do my wires here. Try to put it where you guys can see it overhead. I guess it technically goes through this side first. All right. All right, so the important thing here is to make sure these are the same length. I can crimp that in the middle here. So I think right about there. Actually, let's raise it up a little bit more. Huh, I think that looks good. What do you guys think? Looks pretty centered to me. So I just need to cut 5 in this length. Kelly said fall for her. All right. Just need 4 more of those. All right. That's 2. Where'd my end go? All right. You still over there, Dave?
Yep.
This wire's kind of hardcore. All right. All right, one more. We'll be able to start hanging these up. Looks like I got enough wire. That's good. Have a little extra. I also thought about making the pendulum. It's like the same thing as a Newton's cradle, but it's just a different. It's called a pendulum cradle, I believe. And those kind of move at a. They make like a wave. Never really seen too many of those though, like for sale or like desk toys or anything. But those are still cool. All right, let me get this extra out of the way. A test fit here. All right, got that side. Put the cue ball on first. And the sides. All right. All right, cool. Yeah, that'll be great. All right. So I'm using these little ferrule crimpers. Just gonna put them right on the end, flush with the end there. And I'm gonna squeeze them together. All right, just I think like that. I gotta figure out which way these squeeze on here. Which direction did you squeeze these, Dave?
You want to use the vice grips.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. That looks good. That's not coming out. Let's do the same thing on the other side now. All right. I guess I can pull the slack out of this as far as I need to, and then just let it go. Okay. Dave's coming in to help speed up. All right. That's the first one. That's the one you're working on. That's a good idea. Go ahead and put one on first. Nice. Okay. I'm having the darndest time getting these lined up through the first hole. Oh, there we go. All right, so now I just got to add the crimp on this side. I'll borrow this. Okay, thanks. Dave's coming in hot with the wires. Appreciate the help. I don't know why when I was a kid, actually, it's funny, I was talking to my mom earlier on the phone while I was in Home Depot, and I was talking to her for some reason. Have you guys ever been to the Wonderworks upside down house in Pigeon Forge? We used to go to Pigeon Forge like every winter. And when I was there, I was obsessed with the Newton's Cradle that they had in the gift shop there. And I was talking to her about that earlier. I was telling her when I was building tonight. All right. All right, that's number 2. Just got to give this a little bit of a crimp. All right. What's that? Like sideways? I like this. But for some reason, whenever we were in the Wonderworks, yeah, that's fine. I'll do the 8-ball last. Where's the other 10? They had a gift shop in that Wonderworks place. That place is really cool. I also played laser tag in there. But it's kind of a novelty place for a kid because the whole house is upside down. Actually, I think it kind of scared me when I was there as a kid. I mean, you're just kind of like walking up to an upside down house. But while I was there, I was obsessed with the Newton's Cradle in the gift shop.
Give me one. I'll do this side.
Okay. I got one more after these two. Yeah, my desk is a little too small for this version too. I think it'd be fun to like build a desk and then incorporate this into the side of it. So you just have like a little fidget toy on the other side. You can just play with it. It's built into the desk. We got one more. I get to see if this thing works. All right. I got it right here. Hold it. All right, it's the last one. Let me know in the chat if you think it's going to work like it's supposed to. I've seen some on YouTube where they made them with like softballs and things, and they didn't quite work like they were supposed to. So, well, that's kind of a preview. All right. Finally, the moment we've been building towards. I think this is cool. This wire is really cool. This builds. All right, Dave, what do you think? Think it's going to work?
I don't know.
They look a little off from the top down, but it's all right. All right.
Can you like the blue one looks off, the most off. Can you just pinch it a little bit differently? Crimp it?
Let me see.
It needs to go to your right. Actually, I don't know if the camera reverses things.
It needs to go
That way, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Let me try to crimp this. This wire's pretty stiff. I got the... Doug said his vote's no. Joe said it looks like it should. But yeah, I got this thinnest wire I could. That was like this metal, like steel wire. But
What's the definition of it working? What are we going for anyway?
so like when you let this go, it should send all of the momentum into all of them, and then the other side should bounce, and then it should go back and forth for a little bit at least. I don't know. All right, let's give it a try. I think that blue one is kind of making us a little wonky. Yeah, it's the blue one.
Can you shim up that side? So pull at the ferrule.
Oh, this side?
Yeah. Yeah, that could pull it in line if you had something that you could kind of fine tune it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just that blue one making it a little bit wonky. So I'm just going to...
What can we use?
We could put another crimp on there.
Like a zip tie? No.
What?
It's just
Electric tape?
the tiniest bit, really.
Yeah. They normally all touch at rest. Doug says. It looks like they all do except the white one's a little bit off, but... Yeah, I got pretty good. I think maybe the yellow one and the blue one are kind of killing the momentum. But...
Does that help? Shim?
I don't know. Try.
There you go.
Huh?
How much does it need?
Like right about there. Peter said wire's too stiff. You need softer wire rope. Huh. Well, we've got rope. We can change it out later, but I think it's pretty close. Close enough to a success. I think right about there would be perfect. And maybe the yellow one too. But yeah. Peter's saying, yeah, they need to be able to find the auto find the center, maybe softer rope. I've got some paracord just in case the wire didn't work out, but we'll have to put that on another time. But yeah, I think it works pretty well.
Yeah, you get a few hits out of it.
Yeah, you get a few. We'll have to scale it to the 1-inch bowling ball and use some different rope. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just got to fine tune the ropes, I think.
I think you need a little bit of tension on the balls.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I'll change it
Well,
out.
I'm saying that like let me get my headphones on. Like they're spreading apart, right?
Uh-huh.
So like because we went, I did a bowling ball, not a bowling ball, a billiard ball is 2 inches and a quarter roughly, right? So I did the spacing, but I think if you cheated a little bit, made that a little bit less, it would keep them all kind of together, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. So you're saying like put them all a little bit closer?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because they got to maintain contact, right, to transfer the energy good.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter said next time space them a little closer. Yeah, I think that'll work good. Yeah, I'll have to change out the string in this pipe up here, and then we'll have to post an update or maybe show it on another stream. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, for a rough first go at it. And really, like you're saying, this wire may not be the best, but I thought it looked the coolest, combined with the silver pipe and the silver connectors. Huh.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. Another fun build. We'll see you next week. I'm going to be out of town next week, so it'll probably be just Dave and Kelly, but I'll be watching, so looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But thanks everybody for hanging out, watching another live stream. Had a lot of fun, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.